Welcome to qualifying, and it is the France and Monaco GP this weekend for F1 Clash, and we've got Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon all boosted by 10%. We've got Azerbaijan, Miami, Austin and Silverstone to come for you, so hopefully some good racing. And we'll just show you what we are quickly using. Leclerc and Gasly all the way. They become the best two drivers. And this is the car setup as normal. So let's get into it. Race number 1. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Turn on notifications as well so you get notified when I upload. And if I get 188 points today, then we can all have a party. Disclaimer, I'm not funding the party. But let's go to GP. Let's go to race 1 and let's light it up in the streets of Baku. Decent matchup in the first race at Baku then, and let's see what we can do. Can we secure the 47 points? That's the main thing we're going to have to go ahead and try. Good qualifying though, and that's exactly what we need. And I am going to go back to an old faithful of a strategy. Even when it's a bot, I'm just going to make sure I do get through here, and I'm going to use something a little bit different if I can find it. I'm going to use a bit of an eclipse. Rooster for Gasly, and the reason being is I'm just going to hold the field up and I'm going to secure P1, and then I'll worry about P2 just in a little while. So lights out, we are off in Baku. Pierre Gasly, can he slip through the middle? He can. He was on medium boost as well, which makes it even more. But we've lost a position, but we'll gain that back and we will cut down. So the plan is, and we won't probably be able to hold these Charles Leclerc soft tyres behind us for long, is to just hold him up a little bit so that we can gain a few seconds out front. Gasly comes round in P2, and then what we'll do is we'll start boosting. We've got a good run on the field down the straight, so let's push down and we will cut down here, and then we will block them again in the middle section. So that's the key. You want to block the field, let your P1 driver escape out, and this is pretty good for starting at the front of the race, obviously harder if you're at the back. We've got a good gap here. Leclerc thinks about a move, can't get it done. And we are all the time still pushing out front. We've got a 10-second gap and we've got a safety car. We've just passed the pits, so we've been absolutely screwed over by the safety car. Oh no. This is going to be not good. We've just been done by a safety car, and I don't think I've really got the tyres to go back round. So this is going to be very interesting. That 10-second gap that I basically got has vanished. And now I'm going to be left with about 20% going over the line, which means I'm going to fall down the back in pecking order. So safety car has challenged us in race number 1. And I think I'm going to have to, more than ever, use Pierre Gasly to hold us up, to hold the field up. But that's annoying. That is just very unlucky. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to what just happened as well. If we pit, we're going to get basically bugged into the pit lane. So we're going to have to boost off a little bit and create the gap. Oh, we're going to run out of tyres so early on this lap. Come on, here we go. We're going to have a few softs that might go round as well. They might run out of tyres, so it might not be the end of the world here. We're going to boost Leclerc, and they do pit. So you see how bugged they are coming into the pits? Like, you can still see them still loading in, and they've just got to their box. So we're going to have to just go round and then push as much as we can when we run out of tyres. We're going to have to go, I think, mediums and hards will come in. I think I'm going to push some hards as well. I think one stop's going to be better here. and we are about to run out of tyres. So we'll boost now. Charles Leclerc. We'll quickly pass him. It's not too bad. He's still absolutely flying down, and he is into the pits. Gasly continues, and what we'll do is we'll watch the gap. Need to get out ahead of that Red Bull, and we do. Oh, we don't get Norris, and we lose out to... Oh my God, what a car crash of a race. And now we've got it all to do. We've got a couple of softs and a couple of hard tyres ahead. Pierre Gasly is not even holding anybody up, so we're going to just go on to mediums, and we're going to have to try and hold them up again. Charles Leclerc has got it all to do. We've gone hards. We should be able to get nearly 4 laps out of them. And we've got to get past the field pretty quickly. These field are now pitting, so big chance to overtake. We've got the hard tyres that we need to get past. That's key here. And Max Verstappen is there for the taking, but can we get it done? We can't. So we're going to cut down. Let's not panic. We've got a couple of hard tyres and softs to pit as well. And we're going to still keep boosting round. We've got enough tyres. And the rival, in terms of the AI, is ahead by 6 seconds. Surely this Eclipse has got to start working wonders down this straight for us. We've got a good run now. And can we basically slingshot past Max Verstappen? And he's blocked us again somehow. Up the inside, please. No, we still can't get past Max Verstappen. And we've got hard still to go. There's a move. Can Charles Leclerc get it done? He can. We're up to P4. So we're still going. We're still fighting this. We've got Lando Norris to come into the pits. We have to get past Pierre Gasly. That is the last person that we need to get past. And there's a move. And there's it done. So a very awkward start to GP. Thrown under the bus by a safety car. But Charles Leclerc has managed to get himself up back into P2. And we're going to cut down and try and cruise to the end. So Rooster did well, blocking the opponent. And in the end, Charles Leclerc just got away with it. What's we got behind us? Hard tyres, so we're not in much danger in terms of them catching us. But so close to a very difficult race. But we have overcome it, which is, thank God, because we don't want to go again on a Friday. Pierre Gasly wins. Nice, easy race for him. Charles Leclerc comes through in P2. And somehow, luckily, we managed to escape Baku with 47 points. Race 2. Miami making an appearance again in qualifying. Max account also to go again. So let's see if we can get through this Max account in race number 2. See where we qualify. We are on the back foot, P4, P5. Dry race as well. So we're going to go firework and we're going to go on to dead fast on Pierre Gasly. And we've got to go for the old 47s, as you very well know. So let's go. Softs, we're going to do a 2-2, 2-2, and we're going to do a 3-2-3 with Pierre. Hard and soft selected by the rival, so possibly a bot. But let's try and get through. Leclerc, great start through the middle. Straight in, and we're going to boost Leclerc for the 2 laps solid. Pierre Gasly settles down in P4, and he's behind Charles Leclerc and Charles Leclerc, so work that one out for yourself. So we come down the straight, dead fast should kick in towards the end. Can we get a move up the inside or around the outside or in the inside or maybe even at the outside? Sadly, we can't make a move either. And we're going to cut down. So we're going to race off with Leclerc. Pierre Gasly's got Lewis Hamilton behind. And we're going to just keep him behind us as well. And there's a move by the rival Charles Leclerc. Can't get it done though. And we are now on the back of them. Dead fast. Bringing us closer. And we are all stacking. Whilst Charles Leclerc is outside of everybody. He's 8 seconds clear. And it's Charles Leclerc, hard tyres ahead of us. So we've got to get past him. Can we get on both? Move up the inside. Is there any room? There isn't, so we cut down again. This Charles Leclerc will be in at the end of this lap, and then we can go about getting past. So here's Charles Leclerc. So now we can try and get past. Dead fast should make light work of it, and there you go. So we are in to P3. Rival will pit, and that will set us on our way to some soft tyre runs. So we'll cut down. The rival's going to come back out in a bit of... Well, he's going to come out in clear air, but that's okay for now. Gasly's flying round. Leclerc also, he's gone, absolute gone. And Gasly not too far behind. So we're going to boost him now. And what have we got to the mediums? We've got 7 seconds before we come in. And he'll be coming in now. We're not going to service, or we are going to service actually, because we're below 50%. So let's service him. And we'll boost Charles Leclerc. We'll make sure we get that gap. And where is Pete? And we've got another safety car. What the hell is going on? Another safety car at this time Miami. And we are going to come out on some fresh softs. I'm just thinking, do I need to pit? We're going to go round on lap 5. I think I'm going to stay on softs. Don't want to risk. Or can I go hards? We're going to go round lap 4. What, is anyone else going to pit behind? No, them hards might go to the end. Let's stick on softs. We're going to bring Charles Leclerc in, because we might as well have some fresh rubber. We've got the hard tyre of Gasly. The hard tyre of Gasly is going to pit, which is going to be frustrating. So another safety car to try and falter us here. And I'm going to stick it out with the soft tyres. See what we can do. See if we cannot just blast past the rivals pretty quickly on the restart. So that's going to be the aim. See if we can get it done. But that's twice now we've been hindered our strategy by the safety car. So what have we got? We've got only the P2 ahead of us, because the rival came out behind. So we should be able to push clear very quickly here. We've got to be getting past that medium tyre of Charles. And then we've got to build the gap to all these hard tyres behind us. So let's see what we can do. We're going to have to try. So it's only really P4 we've got to worry about. But that P4 can only go 3 laps anyway. So 6, 7, 8. But it'll be out of tyres at the end if it tries to go the 3, including the safety car. So we're getting ready to race again in Miami. Charles Leclerc looking for an opportunity already against us. And we're going to boost these 2 straight away. 2 laps should be sufficient still for Charles Leclerc. And we will get racing here in Miami. And we are back underway. Can Dead Fast get us... No, he can't. What? I was about to say, can Dead Fast get us through the field? Clearly, it can't, because it put us backwards. We need to get past these 2, or at least Pierre Gasly, and build a little bit of a gap. Come on, up the inside, please, Pierre. That's a move. That's job done, surely. Up the inside. No, I can't even get it done. We're going to pit Charles Leclerc. No danger for him. We're going to pit Pierre Gasly. He gets through, and he gets the other one as well. And that's going to leave us coming into the pits first before Charles Leclerc. We are out in P1. Charles Leclerc. Pierre Gasly slipping back down the field. We'll be boosting though. Can we get ahead of Ocon? We can't. So we've got all these hard tyres that might pit again. They might not. So we're really up against it now. And there's a good move already. Pierre Gasly through into P7. Dead fast. Absolutely flying. And these hard tyres are going to be like Frosties for breakfast. And please note, other retail cereals are available. So Pierre Gasly coming down the straight. P6, P5. And we're through into P5. We've still got moves to make though. One in the pits, P4. What about Pierre? Can he get this Verstappen? It's crucial that we get Verstappen ASAP. This medium tyre will run out at the end. So can we get Max? Come on, we need to get him ASAP. And here comes Pierre and he's through. And now we've got one car to go, but will they run out of tyres quick enough for us? I don't know if they are going to. They're going to run out now. So can we get him right at the end? Dead fast versus no tyres. He rounds the last corner. Pierre Gasly says thank you very much. And Asa somehow gets through a second safety car right at the end. And oh, my heart is racing. Here we go for race number 3. Qualifying in Austin. And we've got rain. There's a 60-something% chance of rain. I think it's 63 or 67. But we've got a wet qualifying, so let's see where that puts us. It puts us into P2 and P4. And we've got a dry race to start with. So we're going to go firework. Oh, actually, let's go dead fast on the first. And we're going to go firework on Pierre Gasly. Make sure we get through. And I'm going to boost off the start, to be honest, on Charles. So it might be a real player. Might not be. Hard tyre select. So doesn't look like it. So let's get racing at Austin for race number 3. Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly launching off the line. And Pierre Gasly going the wrong way around that corner. And now settles into P3 behind Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc on the medium tyre. So let's try and get past him ASAP. And here is a move. Can't make it happen. But down the straight, he should be a sitting duck. And that duck is sitting pretty wide because we couldn't get past him. And we can now. So we're up to P2. And we're going to start to conserve a little bit of fuel and tyres to do a 3-2-3. Leclerc, I'm going a 2-3-3. Doing it the opposite way around. I'm going to secure P1 pretty early here. And then we can worry. We don't have to worry at the moment because we're comfortably in P2. But we should be absolutely plain sailing. We've got rain coming in 30 seconds. So that is going to help Charles Leclerc's strategy. We're going to leave him going one more time. Because you can do 3 laps pushing now with these drivers. You can see Charles Leclerc can go a full 3 laps. It's 2 to 3. But he can boost off for all 3 laps, which is brilliant for us. With a little bit of tyre management, that's what he can do. So we're going to come round with Gasly. We're going to start to push him. And Leclerc's going to be coming in. We've got 30-second weather intervals by the look of it. And Charles Leclerc about to lap some of the field already. That is a brilliant start for him. That 3 laps of soft tyre worked absolutely perfectly. And he comes in and out. So he enters the race lap 4. We're going to just chill out now with him and say chill out when it's raining. Interesting. Soft tyre of Gasly comes in. And we are back out as well. So 3 to 5 on both drivers. So we can afford to just conserve and watch the weather. Because it's going to be another 35 seconds. And then it'll probably be another 30 seconds. And then it'll be some dry weather. So it depends how dry the weather gets. But we're about to find out in intervals here in Austin. Leclerc lapping the field already on lap number 4, entering lap 5. Dead fast and firework. Obviously not the boost you want in the wet. But it was a dry race to begin with. So we're all good on that front. So it's 5 seconds and we'll find out about what the next increment of weather is. And that increment of weather will be dry and dry after this. So we're going to keep conserving. I have got room to push if I need to. We're going to just move to medium. So that should keep the guy behind. And we're pretty clear on tyres, to be honest. But we have got to do 5 laps. So we're going to keep going round. And we might just have to push towards the end to come out on some softs. It depends what the weather does in 5 seconds time again. If it goes dry again, the chances are we will be going softs maybe at some point in this race. And there you go. So it looks like we might move over to softs for the last lap. We'll see. 30 seconds in. This is just horrible with the weather changing increments. Absolutely horrible. But we need 40% over the line for Gasly, so we could actually push this out. We're going to keep just conserving, or medium conserve I should say, and see if we can't just avoid a pit stop. Gasly can do 5 laps. He's on 40%. The question is, oh my god, look at that for a turn. Terrible. So the rival looks like he will pit again, if I'm honest. So we are going to boost and cover off. We're going to cover the rival. And I think do we go soft or dries? I'm going to go softs. I think it's definitely some soft running. I think the AI will go soft as well if he pits. He surely will pit, and he will. So we're covering off nicely in race number 3. He comes back out. A bit wet for tyres at the minute, but it's going to change very quickly. And Charles Leclerc will run out of tyres, but he's way clear of P2. And Charles Leclerc's got a failure as well. So it's going to be a nice, quite easy. I mean, the weather didn't help because it's made it another tricky race, but it's been a lot easier than the safety car mess that we had on the first 2 races. But we have managed to get through because Charles Leclerc will win in Austin, and Pierre Gasly, now on the softs, will come home in P number 2, and that is our 3rd lot of 47 points for qualifying as we move on to race number 4. The final round of qualifying, the final race, comes from Silverstone. And I tell you what, I'm very glad it's not the current weather conditions of the UK, because if I could show you, I've got about 6 inches of snow sitting outside, and it's still coming down as well. And yes, I know how to measure 6 inches before you try and tell me I don't. So, dead fast, Charles Leclerc. Pierre Gasly, Eagle on their mediums. Beautiful strategy coming up here. And let's get qualified through to final rounds. Might be a real player, so we could have some work to do. Let's find out. No real player by the look of it. I can't click service for some reason. But we are through into P1 and P2. Now, all we need to do is wait for the safety car to come out when we don't want it to, and we can look at trying to come back through the field yet again. So we're going to cut both down. We've got a nice commanding gap, and we're going to just let these cruise out a little bit. So Charles Leclerc is going to do a 3-2-2 strategy, and Pierre Gasly is going to do a 4 and a 3. Now, the AI has started going really slowly when it comes to triggering a safety car. So what we are going to do is just watch for any really slow-moving cars, and if we can see any, we'll act quickly. But you never know when they will be triggered. So we're going to move Leclerc on medium boost. Dead fast is great from the front because of the speed, the fuel and tyre management. You can just keep pushing as hard as you want. And Pierre Gasly doing the 1 stop on the mediums, which gives you good pace, and then you can come back for a good finish as well. The soft tyre closing in on us, but I'm not too worried about that. And we're going to just use it to hold him up a little bit. And he'll probably run out of tyres more or less near the end of this lap, because he's used quite a bit. But our holding up skills, pretty decent at the moment. We'll try and get past through there. Can't get through Maggots and Beckett's. And he has a look, but can't get it done. Now we're going to boost off this corner, and we will come back in then for some more medium tyres. Leclerc exiting the pits. And you can see that 1 stop is very, very good, because Charles Leclerc has still got to pit again, whereas Pierre Gasly only has to pit doesn't have to pit again. So come on, let's get this through, and team orders plays a part as Leclerc gets through. Pierre Gasly will be coming in the pits this lap, and he's got a decent gap. We're looking at P4, 8 seconds, roughly the gap, as Charles Leclerc continues. So here we go, we're coming out. Can we get ahead of the softs? So this guy on the softs is doing a 3.22, and our one stop has brought him out ahead, and it's even grew the gap by 2 seconds nearly. So that is why a one stop is so good with a grip boost round Silverstone. But we're looking good now as Charles Leclerc comes into the pits because he's lapping everyone. Lap 4, a few people in there. And after servicing, he'll get ahead of Albon and he'll be back out to finish this race. Pierre Gasly not too far behind, only a matter of a couple of seconds. And that is going to see us through one more lap. And we're going to survive with 47 points. We were tested in this qualifying. That's the hardest 2 safety cars that I've pretty much been through recently. And we did have it all to do. But what a recovery to get 47s though. Because Hutch was against us today. But when luck is on your side, it is on. I did call it in Miami, that medium tyre would run out at the end, and so it did. But we're going to about half a lap to go through Maggots and Beckett's for Charles Leclerc, lapping up the enormous cheering of the fans, and around to lap P number 9. Charles Leclerc will win here in Silverstone, with Pierre Gasly not too far behind in P2. And where does the rival come? Does the rival get P3 and P4? He's definitely trying. P4's run out of tyres, so it is a P3 and P4, which I think was a bot for the rival. But either way, I will take 188 points any day of the week, and I'm sure so would you. So that's done. 4 lots of qualifying. 2 safety car difficulties, 1 quick weather changing, and then an easy race in Silverstone to finish. 4 races, 47 points galore, and we are absolutely projected ready for the opening and final round of the weekend. I want to say thank you so much for watching as well. We're nearly hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. Make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you turn notifications on, and you are part of the family. You are supporting me every single time I upload, and I just want to say thank you so much.